Hi. So, we were doing this yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. And we got this far. Oh, we're not done yet. There's no lights. Okay, so we got this far. Which doesn't seem very far at the moment, but we'll get there. Um, so you will notice that the title of this, wait, one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. You'll notice the title of this is a little different because normally I just put fictional Ireland rebuild and then the number. Well, this time it's a little special because tomorrow is my birthday. We're not planning on doing anything real special. We just want to get some popcorn from the movie theater and then come home and hopefully at least rent uh, the Minecraft movie with Jack Black. I totally forgot about that. If we can't do that, then we can just watch a new old movie. One, two, three, four, five, six. But it's gotta be something that we haven't watched in a while. I don't know what. I mean, it could be Speed for all I care, but I don't really have a movie in mind, is what I'm saying. If we can't do both, because I really want to get the popcorn. That special popcorn there. It's not that, my husband goes and buys us popcorn from the dollar store, and if we have to do that, that would be perfectly fine. Don't tell him that because I really want the other one. If we could do it, it would be pretty cool to be able to get they've got a popcorn and drink thing for $20. It'd be really cool to be able to do that. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I guess it's going to depend on one, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. I guess it's going to depend on what he gets as a prize from the car dealership because they're doing a contest thing. And his numbers matched. And, his numbers matched for some really good prizes. Well, most of them are really good prizes. Like, I want to go to Disneyland very badly. It would be great to go. But unless, um, A, unless I can get reservations, and B, don't want to take my husband with me, which of course I do, they're kind of useless. But it's 4 Disneyland tickets, and I know that only three of the party that I would really want to take with me can go because the other one's working. Although she might be able to get time off. I don't know. Depends on, how quickly we have to use those tickets. But there's also a good deal of money involved. There's, like a $500 Amazon card that we could get. There's a $250 Visa card that we could get. Really all I wanted was I don't know if like my parents usually send me a card and I don't know if they remembered that it was my birthday. Usually I go on they don't mean to forget, it's just that we live 4 hours away from them, so they don't always remember that kind of stuff. And I understand. So last year it was, they usually send a card and it's got some kind of money in it, and they just don't always remember to uh they don't always remember, oh yeah, July 27th means it's Tina's birthday. But yeah, I'm working on my story as best as I can. I was just playing Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, and I was literally doing that while I was. Oh, it went. Shoot, what was the last one? I don't remember. Oh, what was the last one? I know what the first one was. What was the last one? Okay, baked apples. Oh, Gustav Eiffel. I'm not gonna be able to spell that. Okay, so I decided I was going to change it in YouTube and not change it in uh and I was not going to change it in the other um not watch later my videos, yeah. Okay, so you always have to put that it's not made for uh kids before you can do any changes. Okay, baked apples. Okay, hold on a sec. Gotta I spelt it correctly. I am so happy. Okay. Oh, no. No, wait, I always go English United States on that one. When you're putting in, what language your video's speaking, I always do that. Um, and there's a reason why I do that. Because, if people are saying English, I am so confused. If you say English and people are expecting um are literally expecting British, then there's a slight problem. Maybe I should have done this afterwards. Okay, anyway, let's keep building. Um, yeah, now we need to put in the... I know, you're saying that's not quite right. Well, for the garage, it is because it should be 6 above the floor, and so one down is gonna make all the difference in the world. So, yeah. Okay, so with that contest that my husband's in, I was thinking it would be really great if we got the money. And it's not because like I'm a gold digger or anything. Just so everybody knows. Um, it's because we got behind on some bills and we'd like to be able to pay them off, and be, pretty much debt free. It would be great. It would be wonderful. But also because I was thinking that we could put $10,000 in my savings account. We could put $10,000 in my savings account, and then I could talk to another publishing company and see if they can give me a good deal, because they're supposed to do the advertising. Whereas on Amazon, your advertising is you, which is the reason why I think I'm not doing so hot. Um, but also, I think that the covers weren't doing so great either. Because, it was Minecraft art. And I love Minecraft art. I really do. But, people were looking at it thinking, no. So, so I would like, so now that I've got the new covers, I think, uh, that we can come up with something and it'll be great. Okay, so we're gonna try and do this to where it makes sense. Problem is that it's got that, so... Okay. Oh yeah, there's just a video on the internet right now that's saying, these people died in 2024. 2025. And there's only one little problem with that. At least one of their people died in 2024. I could have sworn that that Val Kilmer died last year, but they said he died this year in April. So it's like, oh, okay. Okay, so we went through all of the houses yesterday, and I just want to double check just to make sure that all of them have a porch and a back door. and the way to get in from the outside. I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, because I went through all of these. But then I went through all of the houses from the cereal factory back to where we were just building, and some of them didn't have garages, and I went through and put in all the garages. So yesterday's build got, extended an extra hour. Oh, while I'm at it, while I'm at it, um, please go on Amazon and check out my books. They, they're, I think they're really great books. Um, you know, the stuff that I can't put on a Minecraft stream is, like a don't necessarily do it this way kind of thing, unless you happen to be a pirate who happens to live on a pirate ship part of the year and at home. All of the pirates live in the mansion, and because I figure they, when they're at sea, they're all together, and when they're when they're at home, they kind of want that security blanket that family's there. Oh, that's something we need to fix. That's Birch question mark? Yeah. Okay. So we need to go all the way back to that house and get the birch, and then we're gonna have to go all the way back to that house, fix it, and then go all the way. I'm sorry, it's gonna take a while, but we'll do it. Um, I had everything on this pink house right here, and I ended up moving it to. Well, we'll see. I know where it is. I just, dang, I got a whole bunch of points. Okay, so we needed the birch. Wait, does it go birch first or jungle first? Oh, I had them in the wrong spot. Okay. I know there's some other colors over here that we need to put in. Oh, and we need to put in some more of those telephone electrical poles. We're trying to get down to the corner, but I don't think we're going to since we only have an hour and a half to go. Oh, I found out something yesterday. I thought that was really cool. Okay, so I watched John Snyder. He was Bo Duke on The Dukes of Hazzard. He also played a role on Smallville. And he was I thought that was so weird because okay, there's a movie called Snow Day, and John Snyder's the hot dog ace reporter newscaster guy that's supposed to be um it's supposed to be telling everybody about the weather. And Chevy Chase is in that movie as the kid's dad, and he's the one that found out that the snow day was going to happen. Like it was, if I remember correctly, it was like beyond the time that they should have been having snow. but it was going to be a snow day. So, so this, the Chevy Chase's kid in the movie, he wants to talk to this girl, but he can't do that if there's not a snow day. So him and his little sister get together and they're trying to get rid of the snowplow driver the whole movie. But anyway, I thought it was interesting that John Snyder was, like the bad guy. He wasn't like a totally evil bad guy like uh oh, what's his name? The one Jim Carrey played in Lemony Snicket's. I can't think of his name. Ooh, his name is not Doctor Evil. I know that. um, I can't think of his name. Well, I haven't listened to that in a really long time, so I had them on or I had some of them on CD at one point, but I think they were in storage or something because they're not with me anymore. Um, I don't know. I don't know. There's a whole lot of CDs that I remember having, and they're just not here. Or a few DVDs that I could have sworn we had. I've seen that guy in somewhere. Because I always put YouTube on in the background. Um, but there's this actor that is being shown as having died this year, and I've seen him on something. I feel like I should know the name Bobby Sherman too. I don't know. Unless he's part of the Sherman Brothers, I don't know. But I don't think he is. Aww. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing too. They said that Val Kilmer passed away from pneumonia and something. And it's like, dude had throat cancer. I think that was a contributing factor, you know? And I don't know why, because you never see him smoking in any of his movies. Like if he'd smoked at all, it would make sense. But, we don't know what he did off camera, so. But yeah, today's the day before my birthday, and it's so weird. It's like finally here. I'm not like super excited. Oh, I didn't see what the next color was. I mean, I did, but I wasn't paying attention. Um, yeah, I'm not like super excited for my birthday because I'm getting a year older, but the fat that's spruce or dark. Gonna go spruce. I'm not like super excited about it. It's mostly because we don't have any money to do anything really important. Like we can't go to the lake, and that's only half an hour away, or 30 miles away, whatever. It's not that far, and we can't go out to dinner. Like if we went to the lake, I would want to go to the 18th floor of Harrah's. You know what? I just totally did not pay attention to where I was going, and anyway, like I would like to go to the 18th floor of Harrah's and just have a really good dinner. Because on the 18th floor there is a buffet, or at least there was pre-COVID. Um, anyway, um, there's a. Oh, that's what I can do. I'll put a sea lantern in front of the ones that I need. Okay, so that one gets a sea lantern. It's like for some weird reason, I do like watching the videos where this person was influential in, you know, wasn't influential, but, they're not with us anymore. I like watching those, but then it kind of makes me sad all at the same time. Oh, thought that was filled in. What? He's in an episode of Murder, She Wrote. He shouldn't be gone. Well, I mean, okay, there's a whole bunch of people in Murder, She Wrote, and some of them are probably gone by now because they were, older people when they were in the show. But I'm just saying that, like, it doesn't seem like some of those people should have been gone already. Because this guy was a younger guy, and I'm pretty sure it was Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, it was. There was an episode where there was a crime on the college campus, and Jessica got involved because one of the students that the crime happened to asked her to. And so one of the teachers, the one that had the class before she did, because she's teaching the class, one of the ones that had the teacher that had the class before she did, he's over there saying, I bet I could solve this before you can. And she's like, well, I have no intention of trying to solve this. Not that she didn't want to, not that she didn't want to help out, but she thought that the cops could do it. And uh, so anyway, the guy that was just in this video is said to have passed away this year. Let's think of something more pleasant. Oh, I can't tell about that. Never mind. I was specifically thinking about telling you about the story I'm editing. I mean, the Lessons in Love. I'm editing it right now. I was going to tell you what part I'm at, and then I was like, no, that would not be appropriate at this time. It's nothing, it's nothing bad or too adult for small. I mean, uh, it's not like kissing, that kind of thing. And speaking of that, I don't get into details. I just say that they like went into the room and started kissing, kind of thing. I don't go and like, put extra, extra details I'll put it as extra details. But but the but those parts of my book are probably not a Minecraft kind of thing to talk about. I mean, they wouldn't be okay to talk about on a Minecraft stream, is what I'm trying to say. 'Cause kids watch Minecraft and kids like to get ideas of how to build stuff, and then they might watch my build and then hear something that they shouldn't have heard. 'Cause even though I'm playing what is considered to be a kid's game, I am still an adult. But I try to separate the two when I'm making my videos. Oh, if I haven't put them in already, I need to put in street lights. See, those are street light. This is polished tough, and then I put it up at the moment, but the upright part is polished tough wall, and then a sea lantern. But I only have the sea lantern there. What the heck? Anyway, I only have the sea lantern there because I didn't want to put any redstone in this whole entire build. And I want to see how long this will last. Because I had my last build, I had that for like 4 years. I started I started rebuilding my world in like 2019, and I built it since then, and I transferred it over. Oh, so we don't have to worry about there being any more things. we're into I keep wanting to call it scaffolding, but framework. We've gotten up to framework. So since we've gotten up to framework, then there will be no more of the other stuff that we have to worry about. There we go. Okay, so that, and that. Okay, wait. What is this? This is oak, spruce, and jungle. But was it oak, spruce, and jungle? No, it was not. It's oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, mangrove, cherry. I know I had some of these already. Pale, crimson, warped, wait, that says stripped oak. Oh, that's the other kind. Okay. Wait a minute. There was 3 of them up here. Oh, bamboo. 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 Okay, where's the bamboo go? bamboo. That's from an episode of VeggieTales. Larry, for some reason, Larry kept saying bamboo. I think somebody, when they wrote that episode, I think somebody had a case of the sillies. Oh, I ought to minimize that so that can go in there and then go over here because if somebody wants to talk to me. Okay, yeah, if somebody wants to talk to me, then I can. I've seen that guy somewhere before and I have no idea where. Okay, they're saying my skills are insane. Wow. Some of this stuff I figured out from TSMC, but I went and okay, so the polls are TSMC-Minecraft. And the chain going that way and all that. But the mansion, I'll show you the mansion real quick. The mansion I've been working on and trying to figure out how it's supposed to look forever. This time I started out. Okay, so there's a wall around it. It's supposed to look like that wall around the houses in, I don't know if you would call them mansions, villas, houses, what, but in The Sound of Music, she's walking down the street and saying, I have confidence in sunshine, I have confidence in rain. She's singing that whole song. And she gets up to the Von Trapp house, or she's passing a wall just before the Von Trapp house, and it's supposed to look like that. So it's not actually supposed to be brick, but close enough. Anyway, this I made up out of my own head. I've been working on it since I built the first one, and I think I finally have it to where it's going to be correct. And I actually have room if I need to I need to go way up here. Anyway, I have room to try, I mean, not try. I have room to expand the dining room if I need to. This is actually all supposed to be ocean. One of these days it will be. This is all ocean. Oh, there's a shipwreck. People are always super excited about a shipwreck, and I have no idea why. But it's supposed to be, no land down there. It's supposed to be all, so deep that you can't even see the bottom. And this is my ship. This is not the way it was supposed to look. Oh, maybe because that part's too big. Anyway, it's a little too small from that spot where the light is and that spot over there. And that, I don't remember who came up with that one. But, it's supposed to be actually a, what do you call that? A glow light. I can't think of. Now I have to go and figure it out because it's bugging me. No, that's a shroom light. I knew that. You're probably all sitting there going, "It's this!" And yeah. I'm sorry, my brain doesn't quite work sometimes, and I just don't remember what it's called. It's like glowstone. I got part. Uh-uh. This video is trying to say that Uncle Jesse is passed away now. I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay. Uncle Jesse from Full House, if you don't remember if you don't know who I'm talking about. That's a placeholder for now. Because I don't think it's gonna be where I have it. And then, like I said, that house, I don't want to be within their range because they will follow me. And then you know, they get overly. Like, I fed them all so they would follow me so I could get them out of my build space over here. No, not that guy. Okay, I don't know if this is the one where it's saying that they passed away. It could just be the one where it was saying that, Brendan Fraser looked so cute when he was younger, um, and he just doesn't look the same now. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's not saying that they're passed away. It's just, this is how they looked when they were younger. Like when, I'm sorry, I can't remember Uncle Jesse's name right now. Oh, John Stamos. It's like, John Stamos' first season of Full House, and then John Stamos today. And I think Keanu Reeves is in there. Look at him then. Although I think they got some really nice pictures, or made up some really nice pictures, touched them up or something like that, because I don't remember Brendan Fraser looking like that. I watched part of it yesterday. I don't remember Brendan Fraser looking like that, but he looks so cute in that picture. But then, of course, they show him now, and I hope he can lose the weight. I really do. I mean, unless he doesn't want to lose the weight, but it's going to cause problems after a while, so, if it hasn't already, it's going to cause problems, so I hope he can lose the weight. I know that they make fun of Oprah because, like, she lost the weight, she gained the weight, she lost the weight, she gained the weight, but that's what happens. It's just that hers is getting publicized, and that's not fair. At least she had the ambition to get rid of the weight. That is not right. Okay, so they showed Patrick Swayze then, you know, looking all handsome like he was on Dirty Dancing, or, Roadhouse or something like that. I've never seen Roadhouse, by the way. But, showing him then, and then showing him, um, and then showing him, like, right before he died. That's not fair. Because technically, I don't think that would be allowed, but technically showing his gravestone would probably be a better, and then here he is now. But yeah, and then they were showing then they were showing Kurt Russell, like, he must have been around the age that he was when he was working at Disneyland in 1970, which I think is so cool. Well, I don't know if he was working at Disneyland, but he was definitely meeting Donny Osmond and his brothers, Wayne J. Merle, and Alan. Hey, I remembered them. Yay. Okay, so anyway, he was meeting them at Disneyland, so I assume he worked there. And he was singing with the band. I think they were singing the Sugar, honey, honey, you're my candy girl. Yeah, and I think they were singing that. I didn't know he knew how to sing. He just doesn't seem like a singer to me, but that's cool. That's really cool. Of course, I don't really look at Kurt Russell and see superhero or Mr. Nobody either. He was a superhero in Sky High. He was he's Mr. Nobody in the Fast and Furious series. And he played Santa Claus one time. I don't remember what the movie's title is, but he played Santa Claus. That just kind of looks weird because like he's got the Santa Claus beard and all that. And I'm not sure that they didn't, get him to grow the beard. It looks way too real. Yeah. So wow. It's gonna be my birthday tomorrow. I know, I keep saying that like it's gonna be my birthday tomorrow. 'Cause I've been like waiting all month for it to be my birthday. And on Friday we will be having a special thing because I got something for my birthday. I actually bought it early, but I'll tell you about it now. I got another level on Golf with Your Friends, and I'm really happy about it. I'm thinking that maybe I will take the day off tomorrow and from editing, take the day off and just stream a bunch of games. I don't know though. I would like to be able to do something where I can go out of the house tomorrow, but we don't have any money, so we don't have enough money to go and do anything. And it's okay. I know that we don't have money, and I'm okay with that mostly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not like I'm gonna be crying just because I'm not gonna be crying because we can't do anything super special. Yeah. I decided, that since we can't afford anything else, I wanted popcorn and popcorn from the movie theater, and we'll watch a movie at home. I just don't know what we're gonna watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I kept playing the Fast and the Furious movies because I was like, the movie's gonna come out this year. No, it's gonna come out next year. I'm sure that they're having some kind of technical difficulties or something, because those stunts that they do are really awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Where where is the house landing? Okay, so that landed on 4, right? Yeah, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the next one ought to land on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. We already have it mapped out. I forgot. Okay. Oh, that is not okay. When I was a kid, we had white walls. My dad likes white walls. I would like them to be a pretty blue, like they were in Weird Science, in the kitchen toward the end of the movie. I used to love that show. I think it was called Trading Spaces. And you and your neighbor trades trade places, and it's usually the neighbor that you actually know, and you think you might we'll call the other neighbors Bob and Sharon. Probably calling them Sharon would not be a good idea right now, but because I'm thinking Sharon's really sad. But we'll call them Bob and Sharon, and then Lisa and Travis, because that was the only name that came to mind. So Lisa and Travis go to Bob and Sharon's house, and they're like, we think that the walls ought to be orange and purple because they're or no, we'll say orange and black because they're Giants fans, and you know the other ones are like uh um I can't think right now. I cannot think. They're like Disney princess fans. So the other couples that because I've already forgotten their names. Oh, okay. So Bob and Sharon, say that Lisa and Travis are like Giants fans, and then Lisa and Travis say that Bob and Sharon are Disney princess fans. So the balls need to be pink, and then most of the time whatever the neighbor came up with was like, oh, I love that. I would have never thought of that before. But then sometimes, like, they made the walls, like, say, puke green or something like that. And, or baby poop green, something like that. And the people are like, what were you thinking? So then the trading places people had to go and, like, redo it, what they actually wanted. It didn't happen very often that the people was like that the people were like, what were you thinking? But it did happen. Okay, so that was on satellite for the longest time, and I was kind of sad when I couldn't watch it anymore. um Anyway, Yeah, okay, so we're probably going to, if we can afford to do so, we're probably going to get popcorn from the movie theater, which if we just get the popcorn, it's like $11 and something cents. So call it $12. But if we go and get that and the soda to go with it is $20 each. um, because we could get a popcorn and share it. I didn't like that, but we just he keeps buying popcorn from the dollar store because we can actually afford that, and that's working out better than getting it from the movie theater all the time. Not that we were. I know somebody out there's like, people buy coffee every day, so that's not really a stretch, but okay, so technically that's not okay because what I just did, because we need to put, oh, do we have that? Yes, we do. Okay. So I have my YouTube on, and you can't hear it because it's down too low on purpose. But there's a new person that I've been watching. Oh my goodness, I'm never catching up. Oh, I think it's amazing. Um, I I think yeah, I think it's amazing. Um, I like to listen to her voice when I'm doing this or when I'm editing my book because it's nice and soothing. Um, she's usually talking about, she went and did this and she went and did that, and and her wolf mill, in the game, of course, in Minecraft. Yeah, I forgot to say she plays Minecraft. Um, anyway, and she's talking about Wolf Millie, and anyway, I like to listen to her streams. I mean, videos. Sorry. That was the weirdest yawn. So, I haven't had breakfast yet, but yeah, like that's something that I would like to be able to do. Like if we could go out to breakfast, but where are we gonna go out to breakfast that I can actually eat at? There's not too many places that I can actually eat breakfast at. Actually, I don't think there's any places I can eat breakfast at because they all have pancakes. And my stomach has decided pancakes are evil. Unless they're gluten free, but we haven't found a place that has gluten free pancakes yet. Because Denny's is supposed to have it and doesn't. We asked. It's really annoying because, like, I used to love eating pancakes and now I can't do it. Okay, but I need to find, glass. Isn't that so weird? You're like so far away from the thing that it's just not there and then all of a sudden it pops up. If you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, the pink house. I don't need that. So why do I have it? Here, we'll put that in there. What else can we talk about? Oh, I'm glad we have that in our inventory still then. So we're doing yeah, two. Oh, and there we go again. One, two, oh, okay. There. Now we won't have the problem that we had a little while ago where some of the houses weren't quite complete. I think that's crazy. Somebody said my builds are amazing or my skills are amazing. It's like, well, they ought to be because I've been working on I've been working on building this I've been working on building this properly since 2014. Back when I was literally building with dirt. I was so happy when my husband told me how to set it up to play in creative mode. Game changer. I don't like having to go and forage for stuff and gather enough materials and you know I know the stuff that you're supposed to do, says somebody. I like building. And so I'm using this as the biggest bucket of Legos ever. And I know they're not Lego shaped, but that's not the point here. Aha! There we go. Oh! I don't have lights. Oh. Oh, okay. So I had lights all the way up to that spot right there, and then just in case anybody just heard that the way I did, Lights. Oh, I'm missing a couple of things. Okay. So I've been keeping the materials that I need, these chests and things. I've been keeping them on the pink houses. So next pink house, I will probably go and get really annoying by taking it over to the pink house. Just so you know. What was I doing? I was putting in a light. Yeah. Okay. I thought I was awake. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I was editing my story before Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy. I texted my sister and I invited her to play with me, but they're taking their son back to his mother today. Divorced family thing. Anyway, they're taking him back to his mother, so she couldn't play with me. But I was really surprised. I wasn't doing too, or I started out beautiful. I got both of the where it places the letters for you, and then you got to guess the puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop that. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Anyway, lightning round? No, that doesn't sound right either. Anyway, whatever. It goes and puts the letters on there for you, and you buzz in when you think you know what the puzzle is. And I got the first two just fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it wouldn't let me answer for the last one. I tried to answer, and the second person, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the second person buzzed in before I did, somehow, conveniently. But I did win the thing, and I got that. Okay, I don't know what I won. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what I won, but I did win the bonus round. And I thought that was really cool. And the answer was baked apples. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what was the answer? I mean, what was the question? I don't remember what the question was, but the Final Jeopardy answer was Gustav Eiffel. I did pretty good. After a while though, I refused to guess unless I had any inkling of what the answer might have been. But Patricia had no money at all, and Robert had like $2,000, and I had 22. So I knew that whatever I am, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, whatever I wagered was gonna be, well, not exactly whatever, but as long as I stayed above double whatever Robert had, that I'd be fine. And it said engineering, so I'm like, okay, I don't know if I want to go there. So I like bet $600 or $900, something like that. Because you have to wager a certain amount. But yeah, I didn't really want to do that today, but I was like, okay, let's get this over and done with. Because usually I play games when I feel like it, but like I wanted to get on here, but I want to edit my book, but I don't want to ignore all of you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. It just doesn't look right for some reason. But then I count it, and it is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, these poles should be like right here, but then that makes it to where you can only really walk right here. Okay, I don't know what she's really building, but it looks like she's building the Wookiee area. The Wookiee encampment in the trees. From not the Wookiees. Well, yeah, I think they live in trees too. I meant the Ewoks though. But yeah, they've got, I mean, she's got farms and everything up there too. 3, 4. I don't know. I don't know what she's building. I just know what I'm building, and I think this is pretty cool. And if you haven't been watching my videos like forever, this is my story world. Only it's not supposed to drop off right here. It's gonna be grass all the way across someday. That's like the super hard part. Because it is so boring. You're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So maybe we'll do a little bit of that today. Tomorrow is usually Disneyland. And we probably will do part of Disneyland. We probably will do part of Disneyland, but I think the majority of the day is going to be playing Minecraft. So I want to finish chapter 10 because then I can go and, what am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to be able to take a day off tomorrow. It's my birthday. My husband's got the day off. Sunday's usually his day off, so that's not like a major news report or anything like that, but he does got the day off. So it's like, if we wanted to, we could go out and do something, if we had the money. Well, we're going to see about that contest. It's probably, okay, so it says $25,000, but it's probably like $25,000 toward a Chevy, and then you go and, it says $25,000 cash, and then, but I'm thinking it's like 25,000 toward a Chevy, and then you go and pay the rest of it, which we can't afford to do right now. Well, we got a truck to trade in. It might be worth something. But since like cars are, I think, 35,000 to start out with now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm like, me and my mom used to go and look at brand new cars, or yeah, brand new cars and trucks, at the dealership. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I hope we didn't get anybody fired, because we were just looky-loos. We could not afford to buy a vehicle, but I so wanted one. Well, I ended up with a used one, and then it blew ahead. I don't know if you know what that means, but I don't really know what that means. But I know that it ended up having problems. Well, so so we got the parts for it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I trusted somebody to fix it, and he didn't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I ended up having a parking ticket for like $400 or something like that. $300. I don't know, something It was a big bill for us at the time. Um, we went down there and we're just like, you know what? Why don't we check on that? See if we can do something about this. And because we like finally got something in the mail, saying, hey, you need to, look into this. And I'm like, um, I think they're upstairs, babe. Oh, I'm sorry. Sam was downstairs. I forgot. Sam, 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 down or up? Anyway, yeah. I'm not talking about anything fun today. Cause like usually I'm trying to tell you about parts of my story. Well, okay, so one of the parts is Sean and Ashley go out on their first date as a dating couple. But Sean, she's not used to having his best friend as his date. So he's mostly talking to the new guy behind the counter. The guy's name is Luke. And they're at a place called the Soda Fountain. So it's kind of like the place on the Music Man where you can go and get a, what'd she say? A strawberry phosphate. I don't exactly know what that means. Um, or you can get ice cream because they got a banana split or something like that to share. Um, Not that same couple, but this one, it just serves sodas. So, kids love sodas, so they're pretty much making a mint on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will be off in that direction eventually. Be nice. You leave him alone. He's allowed to walk around the house just like you are. I'm working on it. She looked down at me like I am not allowed to walk around. My cousin said so. Yeah, so they have not been the nicest to each other. Um but anyway, so they're at the soda fountain and like I said, Bobby, Bobby, you be nice. So, I've got one of those grabbers that you pick stuff up off the floor with so you don't hurt your back when you're an older person because I have scoliosis apparently. It doesn't bug me that much. Just like if I sit too long my back might be a little sore, or if like when I go out I've got to be a little bit careful of what floor I'm on. What kind of floor is in the store because Walmart will aggravate my back really badly. But other than that, it doesn't really bug me that much, I guess. It used to bug me a lot, but now that I've got this chair that I've got, it's really awesome. It's one of those that you press the remote and it helps you up if you need to. I haven't needed it that many times, but it was a lifesaver when I did. So we just have to go and make sure there's no kitty cats under there when I do get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, when I put it back down again, not when I get up. But yeah, so I started building these, this neighborhood like this, I think the last stream, because I didn't have any houses. And I was like, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where do the other students in the high school live? Where do their friends live? It said in one story that Jake had to go and pick up his triplets. Tiffany, Patty, and Jenny. That's her names. Tiffany, Patty, and Jenny. He had to go and pick them up and drop them off at a friend's house for a sleepover, or at least to, spend the day with them. I want to say it was a sleepover, but I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's one of those things that wasn't important at all whatsoever until I wrote it in. So, yeah, it wasn't important. It just became that way. It became that way in that moment, and then after that moment, it was like, who cares? Yeah, so my son did help me, flatten some of this out. There was like mountains in the way. There was, big gaping caverns like this. Those are actually mountains. Minecraft says they're mountains. I say they're in the way. But that's just because of the way that I'm building it. If I go and build fictional France, I'm probably going to do the same thing. Maybe, okay, maybe, if I don't put in the redstone, I can put fictional France over there somewhere. Because all the rest of that isn't important, but fictional France is. And there's an island on the way back from New York. There's New York. Where else? Oh, South Lake Tahoe. I don't recommend doing what they do in that book, but in one of the books, and like I said, I do not recommend doing this. I am not promoting doing this. I think it would be really cool, but I don't think that I would want to do it either, because there are some spots in South Lake Tahoe that, going around the lake, that you just would not want to have a street race. So it's a fictional street race. It's just in the book. I do not recommend doing this in real life. I don't know how many times I could say that. I don't know how often enough that I could say that, because it would be dangerous street racing around Lake Tahoe. But I did write it in my book, and I've got some... The only problem is I've got some older buildings in there. Like buildings changed hands at some point since I wrote that scene, and they're not there anymore. Like, I don't think Staples is up there. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think Staples is up there anymore. I think it's either an Office Depot or something else entirely. Yeah, I think one of the restaurants isn't there anymore. It's something else now. There's just a lot of stuff that probably has changed hands since I wrote that, and I will probably keep it that way though, to like preserve when that stuff was there. You know. Like the baby carnival. I don't know if I put the baby carnival in there, but there I call it the baby carnival. They had a really old super slide. Um and I was scared to death to go up it. I really was, cuz like they had plywood on the flat parts going up, and I was just like, no, I'm not going on it. You and Ashley can go up there. Me and Luke are staying here. um I don't think Luke ever got to go on that slide actually. But oh, okay. Okay, so maybe we won't finish the houses today. I wanted to get done with chapter 10, like I said, and then figure out how big chapter 11 is. And because chapter 10 is 12 pages. And I'm like, okay, so it's only got 40 chapters. The whole entire book. It's only 40 chapters, 354 pages. And I'm like, okay, how, you know, how long is this going to take? I don't know. Well, at first I didn't know how many chapters it was, so I finally figured that out, and so I feel like I'm making progress though, because I'm at as soon as I'm done with chapter 10, I'm 1/4 done with the book. So that's awesome. Um yeah, so like if you're struggling with math right now, and I know a whole bunch of people do, especially algebra, but um but if you're like struggling with math, come up with something that you really 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 like. Like say you really like Garth Brooks music, and hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah, and that's 30. Okay, perfect. So anyway, okay, so you really like Garth Brooks music, and he's got 100 songs, but you only really, like your favoriteest favorites are only like, say, 30 of them. So you don't, so like your favorites are 3/4 of his songs. But I'm doing like the easy fractions. I'm not doing the ones where you have to flip it and all that stuff, but at least hopefully it'll help. um, like I said, or if you're having trouble with decimals, think about it as it's money. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So like, if you're having problems with decimals, just think of it as money. So you've got $100. You spend $3.95 on something, because I'm running out of ideas right now. I don't know why. Um, anyway, you spend $3.95 on something, so you would have $96.05. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3. I thought it was supposed to be 4. 1, 2, 3. So confused. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. So as long as it's 4 from the outside. I mean the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fine. Anyway, just, treat it like money, and then it'll be a lot easier. And when the person at the college tells you, oh no, that couldn't have been the answer because my computer says this, go to the dean. I didn't want to be a rebel rouser, apparently, because I know specifically I have a problem with fractions and I have a problem with algebra. When you go and put letters into math, it doesn't make any sense anymore. Unless you're specifically saying, like 50 plus x equals 100. And then that makes sense. But if you're going and saying that x plus y equals z times infinity or something like that, that makes no sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because 6 was already there. There we go. Ugh. Well, I've got to stay on here for another 16 minutes. But I am hungry. I'm hungry, I'm yawning, yeah. Okay, so what I really need to do is put the grass in. You know what? I bet you that's not going to match up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Yeah, it does. Okay. Cool. So, that is making me like, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's like making me feel wow, because people are like, your build's amazing. And I'm like, cool. I didn't think it was amazing, and then somebody says that it is, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Okay, how many trees do we have? Because he said 9. I just want to go and double check. Double, triple, quadruple check. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. It's got 9 trees. What is this? Torch flower seeds. Ooh. I've never used torch flower seeds. Does it make a torch flower? It makes sense, but, I don't know. Because, like I said, never used it. So I am going to get my controller in just my other controller. I've got one for charging the controller. I've got another one for playing, which is the one I'm using right now. Okay, try that again. Thank you. Anyway, I've got the regular one for playing, and then I've got the other one for charging, and I gotta get up before it says I'm dead, because then you won't be able to hear me. So I'm warning you now that that's what's gonna happen eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and watch these videos, and I'm gonna catch up, and then I'm gonna get to watch Disneyland. I watched Pop's Disney Adventures and Ace Snoopy and Adventure something. Can't remember. I can never remember hers. She's the one that always wears Mickey Mouse ears when she goes in the park. She's got like 62 pairs. I may be exaggerating, but she's got like, oh wait, that'd be a good thing to have in there. Anyway, she's got like 62 pairs, and she wears at least one of them anytime she goes to Disneyland. So I'll try to get what her name is. By the end of the stream, but I can't remember it right now. And she's got blonde hair. And and her name's Christine. But that's not her YouTube name. I did not understand. She was like doing like she met her friend at Disneyland, and then they went to go see the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, but they changed it to Walt Disney, and they're supposed to be trading off. Like the one is the one showing is supposed to be Walt Disney, the other showing is supposed to be Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So anyway, they went in there, but she was having major problems with that camera. Like she's got a phone that is specifically for recording, and then she's got her regular phone. Well, I think she should maybe try her regular phone for that one, because it did not work. It was horrible. But I didn't want to say anything to her, because she normally does really good work. But her and Ace Snoopy, they're victims to that Disneyland just does not have enough cell towers. I think they're trying to get people to just enjoy the park, but some people can't even get there because of the high prices, or because they live on a different part of they live in a different part of the world, or there's a whole bunch of different factors why people can't go. Like maybe they have mobility issues, and they can't really they can't really get out of the house just yet. I mean, most people with mobility issues have a walker, or a or a wheelchair, but there are some people out there who that wouldn't really help them in a Disneyland situation. So, like, usually Disneyland is set up so you can go wait in line and stand there forever. Although you can go to the exit, you if you do have mobility issues, you can go to the exit and tell them that you cannot wait in line, and they'll let you wait in your wheelchair at the exit, and then they'll work you in eventually. Hey, I'm up to 104. Oh, okay. So I'll wear. I think that's what it says. It's AWWEAR 436. Just followed me an hour ago, and they were the ones that yeah, they want me to add them. They never stay on long enough for me to explain to them that every time I try to add somebody, it does not work. Except for in rare situations where they weren't able to add me, but then I was able to add them. I thought that was really weird that time because normally I can't add anybody. It tells me they don't exist. It could be the President of the United States with I still haven't finished that. Anyway, with a totally legitimate account and everything, and it would tell me it doesn't exist. Now, if the President of the United States or any of his people would like to do an experiment, I would very much like to. I don't think that the President uses Twitch, or I don't think the President uses Discord, but if he does, that would be really cool. But yeah, if anybody at the White House would like to do an experiment, I am totally okay with doing that. And we can delete me off his account if we need to. But I do want to find out, would that be a thing? Would it tell me that he does not exist? Or would it, actually connect me up? And I hardly know how to use Discord. I really hardly know how to use Discord, so I wouldn't be able to go. I like President Trump. I'm sorry, and that's not a popular opinion with some people, but I do like him. And excuse me, how can you not like the person who wanted to save all of our skins by giving us money when we needed it the most during COVID? I know that a lot of people are like totally enjoying that brand new TV they used. That brand new TV that they got during COVID. Some of us used it to pay bills. And so I am Ew! I'm sorry, I looked up and one of my YouTubers is cooking something what looks like raw chicken, and I cannot stand looking at raw chicken. I don't know if that's what it is, but I cannot stand looking at raw chicken. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be that I was like, I want to help my mom shake and bake, If you don't know what shake and bake is, it's a box mix kind of thing where it's got all the seasonings in there, and I think it came with like a Ziploc bag, but it probably wasn't a Ziploc. Um, anyway, and you put the seasoning in there in the little plastic bag, and then you put your chicken in there with the seasoning, and it got all over the chicken, and so people that can't cook from scratch can have good chicken too. You know, fried chicken or whatever. And I used to love doing that for some reason when I was a kid. It felt like I was helping. I didn't get to help very much. I wasn't invited to help very much. When my dad was making bacon, though, I got to turn into the bacon monster. He'd always cook up a couple of extra pieces so I could have some. He usually made bacon for Thanksgiving because it'll make sense in a minute. Um, my dad found a baked bean recipe, or no, I think my Aunt Daisy found the baked bean recipe. Uh, or his Aunt Daisy. It's his Aunt Daisy. So she's my aunt, but like second aunt, or I don't know what you call that. Like, because if it's your cousin's cousin or something like, or your cousin's kid, or I don't know, something like that. It's like your second cousin. Anyway, I don't know what you call it when it's technically your dad's aunt, but whatever. She found the recipe in like a Betty Crocker cookbook, and she made it, and it tasted really good. But Dad did something where it tasted even better, and he was making it with bacon at the time. And then my dad went and took it, and he's like, bacon's kind of a hard thing to work with. You gotta cook it up, and then you gotta put it in the recipe, and or something like that. And it's kind of hard to work with. So let's see what happens if you put little smokies in there, beef little smokies. I mean, I guess you could put it in. It's my dad's baked bean recipe. Um, well, I call it my dad's baked bean recipe. Apparently, it's Betty Crocker's, but I didn't know that until uh, 2 years ago or something like that. But anyway, not the point. Um, he went and put the little smokies in there, and it tastes so good. It tastes so good. I love it. And I know how to make that recipe. So I don't know if he would want me to share the recipe. I'd have to ask him. But maybe I'll make them on stream sometime. Maybe for Thanksgiving this year. We didn't get to make them last year. Yeah, I haven't been down to. Yeah, I don't think I've been down to see them. You where they live. I haven't been down there since 2022, but we got to see them December last year because Grandpa was ailing. He was in the hospital, and we weren't sure if he was gonna go on his extended vacation or if he was gonna, bounce back. He ended up going on his extended vacation, but thank God he waited until after we left. We did get to see him. He wasn't all there, but we got to see him, and it made me feel happy that we'd at least gotten to talk to him a little bit. And so I I didn't like seeing him that way, but it was okay. And like he was making, well, okay, so he was making normal noises, and then all of a sudden he was like making this one noise, and he must have been that kind of sick, because we had to wear a smock thing to go in there and put on medical gloves, and the plastic gloves, and yeah. And they got upset at me for going to to go get somebody real quick, because Grandpa's making noises that I'm not used to him making, and yeah, I was kind of freaking. It's like, that's my last grandpa. I don't have any more. Although I was luckier than some other some other people, because I had 3. I had my grandma and grandpa Sjogren, and my grandma and grandpa Kane, and my grandma and grandpa Turan. Okay, so I looked over at the video real quick, and the little guy that's in the, okay, so that's town, and this is where we're just building, and this is where we're gonna be building eventually. Okay, we're not lost, we're just misplaced. Yeah, so most of them were oak, and then those 2 were warped, and then the other ones, I don't remember what color they are, but they're just placeholders. I'm gonna finish the houses eventually. Oh, hey, it's 11:04. That means I can have breakfast, and I can also um edit my book. Okay, so I was really happy. I worked in a commercial for my books, although I'll be a lot happier if I can get my I like the system I've got going right now, where it's I like the system that I've got going right now, where it's going straight from Twitch to YouTube. But if I could get it to stop in the middle first at my computer, I know that was really annoying because I wasn't actually loading them. But if I could get it to do that, then in all of my videos, I could put a real commercial for my books in there. I could show you the new covers and all that, and it would be great. But anyway, I was pretty dang happy I got to put in a commercial for my books in Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, because you go from the one game to the other game. So before I started Jeopardy, I put in a plug for my books. So I was pretty happy about that. I forgot to say that I wrote them. I just have this idea that maybe somebody thinks I've got a bunch of books in the attic and I need to sell them. And no, I actually wrote these books and I would like people to buy them. It'd be awesome. And I made sure to say, and coming soon, lessons in love. Now, my husband's got this thing where he's in a contest, and his numbers match, and it said that you are guaranteed to get one of these prizes. I'm thinking that we're probably gonna get the Amazon card the um, or the Visa card or the Disneyland tickets. You know, something that is great, but I hope we don't get the Disneyland tickets because then you have to be able to get Disneyland reservations and you have to get time off, and I've got plenty of time off, but having to go all the way down there, getting a rental car, trying to figure out where we're going to stay, and be able to pay for it all. It's just not going to work. Um, I really wanted to go to Disneyland for my birthday, but I knew it wasn't going to happen, so I didn't like push or anything. I settled for something that I think we can afford. Popcorn and a movie. And it doesn't even have to be a movie that we, like it doesn't have to be Superman. It doesn't have to be, if it's still in the theater, Minecraft with Jack Black. It just has to be a movie. It could be Grease for all I care. Although I don't think I'm going to choose Grease. Ooh, we could watch Wizard of Oz. I haven't seen that in a long time. The Music Man would be a good one too, because Robert Preston and Shirley Jones. Yeah. A lot of you are probably saying, no, 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 it's Matthew Broderick and I don't know her name. But no. Actually, if you watched Matthew Broderick and you liked him in that role, I'm about to say that I do not like Matthew Broderick in that role because he just didn't have that Ferris Bueller-ness about him. And I thought, okay, Matthew Broderick, this is gonna be good. No, it was more like they pushed him to do it, and he was not doing as good a job as I expected him to. He just didn't seem to be in a happy place. When he was in that role. So, like when he's in a happy place, he delivers um a great performance. But when he's not in a happy place, apparently he take in my opinion, he took all the fun out of it. But I really liked Robert Preston in that role. Um, I heard okay, so I heard Hugh Jackman do I'm pretty sure it's the first song in the movie where they're on the train. And I'm like, it's not quite right, but it's close. I thought that was pretty good. Although he was in what was it called? Keep wanting to call it Death of a Salesman, and that's not what it is. Um, what is it? Oklahoma? That doesn't sound right either. Anyway, Yeah, it might have been Oklahoma. But for some reason, oh no, that's South Pacific. Okay. I don't know all of my musicals, obviously, but well, maybe that's not obvious. But I don't know all my musicals, but I do know some of them. But anyway, this movie was weird. It's like, okay, it's like they went and came up with a bunch of different ideas and put them together. There's this guy that likes this girl, and she's not interested because she likes this other guy. But then, uh, she's rude to Hugh Jackman's character, if I remember correctly, because he's like just a ranch hand or whatever he is. And, well, that may not be the reason, but you know, he's like just that. So she's rude to him, but, uh, like all these different situations happen in the movie, but then it like kind of rewinds and it's like, oh, that's not what really happened. This is, you know, and then it goes on from that spot, and they're still going to the party, and it is so weird. And he did, anyway, my point is that he did good in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I still like him better as Wolverine. And Greatest Showman. Phineas PT. Well, Phineas. Phineas something Barnum. PT. What was the T? Ah, that's gonna drive me nuts. Okay. Oh, I said we were done. So we ought to be done. Yeah, so you'll notice on this side of the street, these houses all need to be moved over. Um, a lot, a lot of them, if not all of them, need to be moved over on that side of the street. Some of them are just fine, but then there's others. I probably started right there, and then we're gonna move these over, and move those over, and move those over, and yeah. Oh, but then they're okay again. Huh. So maybe it's just those three left. Yeah, it looks like just those three left. Awesome. Okay, then I'm gonna leave myself in front of those three houses. Might have been four houses, but anyway, I'm gonna leave myself in front of those three or four houses, and we're gonna work on that. And then I'm gonna get really confused when I come back. Yeah, okay, so three houses worth of space, but it is four houses that we're working on. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so I may or may not be back today. If not, I will be definitely here tomorrow, I'm sure. Because I I either want to do like after Disneyland, of course. I either want to do a whole entire day of this. Maybe I'll do Disneyland later. Like maybe I will finish chapter 10 on my book, and then I will do Disneyland tonight and post it so it shows up tomorrow morning around 9 o'clock on YouTube. But we do this all day tomorrow. Although if I do this all day tomorrow, then you're going to have to put up with me going upstairs and eating and all that stuff, and I don't know if I want to do that. Well, I could probably unplug and, do it that way. Okay, so, before I go, let's try to put this person on, Discord because they left before I could... What the hey is Discord orbs? Okay, so 3. It says 3 pending. Yeah. 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 Okay. Now, add a friend. And that doesn't help because it's right over where it says what their name is. Okay. It helps if you put the one number instead of the other number. Oh, good! Yay! Says success. Your friend request to... I'm not going to say her Discord name just in case she doesn't want me to. Well, I don't know if it's she. Anyway, they. It went through. Yay! I did it! I did it! I know, it sounds so lame, but I am so bad at Discord. But I got into it because my son wanted me to, and then like 3 million other people have asked me. It seems like it. I'm exaggerating. But 3 million people have asked me to join their Discord, and I'm like, okay. Oh, where is... thing said Sophia, and then it said, hi, how you doing? And, okay, so... Yeah, it's 3 slots and 4 house... Wow, that's so weird. Oh, so... I don't think I said this in the whole entire video, but maybe I did. Please go on Amazon and check out my books. Okay, first of all, I think you would really like them. And second of all, I wrote them, I edited them, I posted them on Amazon, and then, I went back in there and, edited it and edited the stories even more and posted it back on there and made sure they're right and everything. So they are ready. Oh, and 5 of them have new covers because Coral's book did not need it. Anyway, 5 of them have new covers. They're really awesome. Thank you. Okay, getting letters in the correct order is important, and putting all of the correct letters is also important when you're typing. Even if you're typing on your phone, um, I've noticed that when people type, they don't necessarily read the message, and uh, and then it ends up, saying something that you didn't necessarily mean to say. My sister did that the other day. I don't remember what the thing was, but she said one thing, and I'm like, and then she corrected herself, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. So anyway, please check out my books. They're Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, Esperanza's Party, The Island, Adopted Coral, and coming soon, Lessons in Love. And all you have to do is go on Amazon and in the search engine type in Tina Rash Books, TINARASHBOOKS. Um, that's the way that I would like to make money is, and it's kind of like um donating money, but you get something, you know? Okay, Disneyland Adventures, Minecraft, yeah, the Backgammon, Roblox, Zoo Tycoon. This is a list of all the games yeah, what I was just saying. I spelled TYOCON. Yeah, instead of Tycoon. Dreamlight Valley. Pac-Man, Golf with Your Friends. Um, Wheel of Fortune. No, that's not how you spell Jeopardy. There you go. I had to learn how to spell Jeopardy. And, oh, what is that? I stream a lot of games. So I stream Disneyland Adventures, Minecraft, Backgammon, Roblox, Zoo Tycoon, Dreamlight Valley, Pac-Man, Golf with Your Friends, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and it's Lone Mountain something, but anyway, it's a skiing game. I don't like it that much, but I do play it, so um yeah, let's see what they've got a suggestion. Okay, so I need to get off of here. Oh, so if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. And I give everybody a shout out if they follow or if they subscribe. I haven't been doing the subscribers lately, and I really need to do that for YouTube. Uh, I just haven't remembered to do it, but I'm going to write them down, and I'm going to do that as soon as I can. hopefully tomorrow, you know? I can do that and, like, set it up today and then, give them shout outs tomorrow. I've got 473 people on YouTube. I thought that was so cool. I've got 104 over here on Twitch. Okay, so yeah, if you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. If you're following me on Twitch, watching me on Twitch, please follow and chat. I love chatting on Twitch. I really do. I just don't catch it in time usually. If it had a notification uh thing, I don't know how to set that up, but if it had a notification thing, then I could look over there and go, "Oh, look, somebody's chatting. Okay, hi." Yeah. But so far I haven't found one yet. So if anybody knows how to fix this problem I'm having, please let me know. And I guess I will see you in the next stream or video, which should be either later or tomorrow. Ooh. Okay.